back. Scoot back and take the picture.
Exactly. You gotta get. You
You want the whole body?
Yeah, we want. Yeah, we dressed up, right?
I gotta get the.
All right.
Check those out.
See, you ain't get it right.
You didn't get the shoes.
I took two.
You need our shoes.
You didn't get the shoes.
You want the whole body?
Yeah, we just said that. Come on now.
be way back.
Ryan.
How
do I get it back?
I bet you can get that right, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got part of the shoes. There you go.
Huh?
How'd you see the fight?
Pacquiao won, but I didn't see it that wide. You know.
With the knockdowns?
Yeah, but I felt Tim was winning some of them rounds in there too. I felt Tim won the first 3 rounds, and Pacquiao won the next 3 rounds, and I felt Tim won a couple of rounds, the later rounds.
What's your thought on the first knockdown, the very first knockdown?
I kind of thought that it was like a flash, kind of like slip knockdown. I didn't feel like it was anything that hurt him, but the second one was a legitimate knockdown.
It seemed like it took Manny maybe 4 or 5 rounds to warm up. It looked like the original Manny. Did you see that?
Yeah, but I felt Tim started falling in, giving him more opportunities to land bigger shots, being that he couldn't hit Manny with the shots that he wanted to.
Manny said that he could still make 135, hence 140. If he's not done, man, would you like that fight?
Of course.
What happens, man? After the Manny you shot today, what happens? What do you do against Manny?
What you mean what I do? You know, that's just a fight that you would have to pay to watch.
Doesn't it seem like Manny's a little bit more cautious now than he used to be? He didn't have that same output as what he's seen.
Well, you got to understand, Tim was moving. He didn't want to run into anything that he didn't see that may hurt him. So, you know, he did what he had to do to get the job done.
Do you feel like that second knockdown when Tim got hurt happened in part because he was trying to open up more to make up for the first knockdown?
Of course. You know, he was coming in with wide shots falling in, and he just got caught.
What advice did you give him before the fight? Because you were in his corner before he walked into the arena. What did you tell him?
I just told him, be you and go out there and do what you got to do. He already trained hard, you know, he did what he had to do in camp, and just go out there and show it.
Hey, do you think he's fast still?
Huh?
What do you think of Manny's speed? Do you think he lost a step, or is he
the speed is the last thing to go. The speed and the power. I feel he's still fast. He still got the power. You know, everybody taking a lot of credit from him, but if you sit there and watch him, if you stand in front of him, it's going to be a long night.
Terrence, what do you think Tim Bradley did wrong in that fight? What do you think he should have done in the fight?
Well, he was doing everything that he should have did right in the first 3 rounds. You know, I felt like when he started falling in and opening up more, that's what led Manny to hit him with the cleaner shots.
Manny Pacquiao, he did really good in his third fight, probably better than he did in the first 2 fights. Is this proof that he wasn't washed up like fans were saying after the Mayweather fight? They were saying he was old past his prime. What would you say?
Of course. You know, I seen a rejuvenated Pacquiao, somebody that went out there and didn't look his age. You know, everybody always say, oh, he's old, he's washed up. But then when he win, oh, it's Pacquiao this, Pacquiao that. So you're going to hear a lot of that. You know, when he lose, then everybody want an excuse. Oh, his shoulder was hurting. You know, when you didn't see anything wrong with his shoulder in the whole fight or after the fight. But then when he win, it's like, oh, Pacquiao is this, Pacquiao that. So you got people that when they like somebody, it's just no going wrong with them.
It's a win-win.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
But after that performance, wouldn't it be hard to retire if you're Pacquiao?
Well,
2 knockdowns.
you got to think. Would you rather go out on top or risk it?
But in boxing, we don't see that a lot where people go out on top like Floyd did or Calzaghe.
You just got to, you know, either you go out on top with a win, a big win, or you risk coming back and, you know, risking it.
Was that a more intelligent Manny Pacquiao than we've seen before, or a smarter Manny Pacquiao?
Oh yeah, he did what he had to do to get the job done. He was very smart in there. He was very patient. You know, he didn't just go out there and just start throwing unnecessary punches. So he did good.
Would you match Pacquiao's speed? You feel, or do you not need to beat him?
Well, it ain't all about speed. It's about timing. You know, I feel like I got a lot of advantages over Pacquiao. You know,
In particular, to what advantages in particular?
you have to see.
Does his aggression probably play into your hand?
Of course, you know, like I say all the time, just because this fighter fight this one fighter like a certain way, he's not gonna fight me that way. You know, I don't expect a fighter to fight every opponent the same exact way. You know, unless they a straight come forward fighter and that's the only way they know how to fight.
Did you see him fighting in spurts tonight as opposed to 3 minutes of every round?
Well, you know, you can't say he fighting in spurts when somebody moving. You know, he gotta catch up to the person. He gotta get the person to stay still. He gotta make sure the person ain't trying to set him up with a shot that he walk into. So you can't say that.